In this video, we got a really fun, we want to stick around for this one. We're going to go over laminate versus solid wood ukuleles. What's the difference? Does it really matter? And which one is better? All right, welcome to the ukelikethepros Nation. I'm Terry Carter. I'm really happy that you're here, and I'm really excited about this video because this is something that comes up all the time. What is laminate wood? Why does it matter if it's laminate or solid wood? Does it really make a difference? I hear you say, get solid wood stuff, but why? And so in this video, we're gonna break that down for you and show you, and you can actually hear what the difference between solid wood and laminate ukuleles are. So in this video, we're gonna go over a Koloha tenor laminate, a Koloha tenor all solid koa wood, and I decided to bring a third one in. This is another Koloha koa wood, all solid wood, but this one has a low G on it. All right, so in this video, we're gonna be talking, I'm gonna do some playing. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this stuff. So even right now, let's just get it started right now. What are you holding right now? What ukulele do you have? Do you have a laminate wood? Do you have an all solid wood? Maybe you have a solid top one and laminate sides and back. What brand is it and what size? What is soprano, concert, tenor, or maybe you got a baritone? Leave that in the comments below. All right, so first of all, what is laminate? That's something we hear, but people probably don't know what it is. So this one right here, this is a Koloha Koalana. This is a tenor size. Matter of fact, all three of them are tenor size. And I wanted to get as close to possible as I could, meaning the same size, even the same brand, the Koloha, so you can really hear the difference between the laminate and the solid woods. And you can decide, and as we hear it, I want to hear what your thoughts are on it. So when I say laminate, what that is it's made out of all plywood. Although, I mean, granted, it looks great, right? This Trembesi wood looks fantastic. It looks like koa wood, actually. But what it is, when you have a laminate, it's made out of plywood. And then this wood you see is just a thin veneer of the Trembesi wood that's put on top. So, yeah. So anyway, what do laminates generally sound like? Okay, I'm going to go over all that. But what do you think? What do laminate ukuleles generally sound like? Put that in the comments below. Now, the first tenor I have, this Koloha made in Hawaii all solid koa. This is, as a matter of fact, the very first ukulele that Koloha ever gave to me. This one is all solid koa wood. Okay, all solid koa wood. So top, sides, and back. So when you look at this wood, it actually is all solid koa wood. This one, just so you remember, this one's going to have a high G on it. And then the third warrior I brought here into the Thunderdome here is another Koloha made in Hawaii, all solid koa one. And this one is exactly the same, just has slightly different pattern, but all solid koa wood, top, back, and side, except this one has a low G on it. All right, so far, if you're digging this video, make sure to smash that like button. Let's get this video out to as many people as we can. All right, so I'm back to this one. This one is the laminate version. All right, let's do a little playing, and then we'll talk about what you're hearing in all these different ukuleles. All right, so this was a laminate one. Actually sounds pretty good, right? But a little bit later, I'm going to tell you the 5 differences. But do you know any of those 5 differences? What are the 5 differences between a laminate and a solid wood? See if you can get them. Put it in the comments below. All right, now I'm going to play the same exact piece, except this one is going to be on the all solid koa wood. Again, these are all tenors. This one is going to have a high G on it. All right, so this one that I just played is literally the same as this instrument, same size tenor, same string, high G, except laminate versus solid wood. Did you hear a difference already? Leave that in the comments below. All right, so this is the all solid koa tenor with the low G on it. By the way, if you like any of these instruments, go check out the #1 store online. That's my store. That's store.ukelikethepros.com. You can get all of these, not only the koa, not only the laminates, but a bunch of other fantastic stuff. Store.ukelikethepros.com. All right, let's check out this one out. All right, so I just played you 3 ukuleles. The laminate with a high G, the solid koa with a high G, and the solid koa with the low G. What did you think? As a matter of fact, which one did you like? Maybe, which one did you like? Did you like the laminate? Did you like the koa with the high G? Or did you like the koa with the low G? Let me know. Put that in the comments below. All right, so remember what I said. what is best, which one is best, which one sounds better, or what are the 5 differences. We're going to get to all that. Let me do one little other playing piece here real quick, and then we're going to talk all about that. All right, so that was a little finger picking. Let's see what it sounds like. By the way, that was the laminate. Let's see what it sounds like with the solid wood. All right, so that was also, now I didn't even use the 4th string on it, so I don't really need to do the low G one, but I'm gonna do it anyways. All right, now I wanted to do it on all 3 because they actually all have different strings on them, so even strings do make a difference. But all right, let's get into those questions that I was asking earlier. By the way, smash that like button. And if you're digging what we're doing here and you actually want a little bit more instruction, like how to play the ukulele, maybe you like strumming, the blues, a little jazz, we got everything, ukelikethepros.com. Come be a part of that nation over there. We got a fantastic community. We also get a fantastic, how many times can I say that? Fantastic premium membership as well. All right, so let's dive into what are the 5 differences between a laminate and a solid wood. All right, so first and foremost is sound. Did you hear a difference between the laminate and the solid wood? Put it in the comments below. I'm gonna do a real quick test again so you can hear it. But what is the difference between the sound? Let me play and then we'll talk about it. All right, so there you go. That's the benefit of having so many instruments that I can just grab these. Now, generally speaking, the laminate wood is warm sounding. It's not as big sounding. It just doesn't resonate as well. They tend to be a little bit more trebly. Okay, so you have a little bit more of the higher end. It doesn't have the mid-range, the bass, the depth, or all the natural overtones that real wood has. Doesn't mean it doesn't sound good. It doesn't mean if you don't have a solid wood one, it's okay too. We want to reach for a solid wood, but that's okay. But that's generally what the laminate sounds like. Now, the solid wood one, okay, if you notice the difference between the two, okay, again, here's the laminate, and here's the solid one. If you notice with the solid one, it's just, first of all, it's a lot bigger sounding, right? You got a lot more projection, you got a lot more depth, you got a lot more overtones in the wood, you got a nicer balance, you got some treble, you got some mids, you got some bass as well. Overall though, it's such a much pleasing sound to your ears. All right, so that's the first difference, sound. Did you hear a difference in the sound between those two? The second thing here is price. Price is a huge factor in laminate versus solid wood ukuleles. Matter of fact, even where it's made is a huge deal. Now, this Koloha Kolana, this one is made in Indonesia, and it's probably about, I think it's in the $250 range, okay? $250 range for this laminate one. Now, this one, well, this is like I said, this is my first one. I was just like, reminiscing a little bit when I first got this one. But this is made in Hawaii, all solid coal wood. These things are pushing, $1,200, $1,300 and beyond for. So there's a huge difference in price between the laminate and the all solid koa wood. Now, you can get solid ukuleles for a lot cheaper, not necessarily koa wood. You can get solid mahogany, you can get spruce tops, you can get acacia wood. Those tend to be a little cheaper, but anytime you start getting out of the laminates, like let's just say solid top, that's going to start increasing the price. Then when you get all solid wood, it's going to start increasing price. So now you're going to be talking about the high twos, the 300, 400s and up when you start getting into any kind of solid wood. The third difference between a laminate and a solid wood is the quality. And that's the quality of, well, even the way it's made, but also the materials that it's made out of. So remember, this is laminate wood with a veneer on top, but even they use different materials on the neck. They use less expensive tuning gears. When you get into the nicer instruments, you're talking about not only the solid cold wood, but you also get into nice ebony fretboards, rosewood fretboards. You're going to upgrade, you get some nicer tuners, and usually just the craftsmanship is a little bit better, right? So this Koaloha made in Hawaii, I mean, they got 25 years experience. They got a very dedicated team of making these things and quality controlling these things as well, to making sure that when you get this, because yes, you are paying more. Remember, we talked about that. That's what was that? Number 2, the price. But when you get it, you're going to be happy with it. So just quality in ingredients, in materials that they use, and also, again, just craftsmanship. They tend to throw these together a lot faster, and these are made with a lot more care. All right, the fourth difference between a laminate and a solid wood ukulele. By the way, did you remember or get 1, 2, 3? Remember, 1 is the sound, number 2 is the price, and number 3 is the quality. Number 4, though, is the feel. Now, what I'm talking about feel is not only one, like literally when you pick it up, you can feel the quality. Like, have you bought something really cheap before and it's like, you can know it's cheap, and then you get something nice, you're like, yeah, this is solid, it feels good. Well, that's the difference. When I'm holding this one right here, the solid cold one, I can just feel the quality. Now, also, just in the way it plays. I mean, even from the factory, it just plays really nice. It's got nice action. It's easy on my fingers to play. The sound of it's amazing. I mean, it's just a lot of things that go in favor of the solid cold wood. Because when I hold this laminate, okay, I mean, yeah, it's for a couple $100. It's a good instrument. It sounds good. But even when you're going back and forth, so that's what I have the advantage of having both of them in my hands and playing them. It just feels, I mean, now you're really hearing the sound difference, right? Really kind of a lot thinner sound. But I'm just feeling like, okay, it's a lot lighter. It's just not made with so much care. The neck's like a little bit thicker. The action's nice, but it's not as nice. The strings are a little bit like of a lower grade string, which, yeah, you can add new strings to it. And again, I'm not saying it's not a good instrument, but for what you're paying for, but it's just not the same feel as the all solid cold one. All right, and number 5 for the difference between a laminate and a solid cold wood. Why am I keep on holding the solid cold wood? Well, is happiness. All right, so by the way, make sure to smash that like button. So happiness is just when you have a quality instrument, okay, you work a little bit harder, you pay a little bit more, whatever it is, you got to wait a little bit longer. You get to choose one because you got the nice wood grain that you want, but you're just overall more happy or happier, whatever's proper way to say it. Like just when you open it up, you look at it, you're happy inside. And when you pick it up and you play your chords, and they have that nice resonance and beautiful sound, and it feels good. And even if you're a total beginner, because I've had tons of people, remember, stored at ukelikethepros.com, tons of people that are just starting, and they just go right here for the nicer instruments, because they know they're going to be more inclined to play it, to dedicate themselves to playing with a nicer instrument. So overall, I'm happy. I've had this laminate Trembesi here for a while, and really this is probably like the first time I played it, because if I'm going to do a video, I'm going to go to what makes me happy, which makes me sound the best, and that's a solid wood instrument, especially if you can get a Koa made in Hawaii. I mean, Koaloha, fantastic lifetime warranty, yeah, fantastic company. So anyway, just your overall happiness when you're playing the ukulele. All right, so we went over the 5 differences. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Was there one that I missed? Leave that in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. All right, now, here it comes. Which one is better and does it make a difference? Well, hopefully in this video, it does make a difference. And now, if you only have a laminate, don't quit playing. I'm not saying that. I got goosebumps right now. Why do I have goosebumps? Don't quit playing just because you have a, keep going and just strive to get a solid wood. Get one with a solid top. Get that, that's a little bit cheaper. Then start to get one like maybe mahogany is a great one to start with, or acacia wood, and work your way up to the koa wood if that's your goal, or mango, or some of the other great woods that we have out there. But that doesn't mean I want you to stop. I don't want you to stop, but I want you to keep going. That's why we do these videos. That's why we have all the great courses over at ukelikethepros.com. But But yeah, you do want to strive. It does make a difference in the sound for sure. Absolutely. And the feel, no doubt about it. Hopefully you heard that in the video. Now, which one is better? It does make a difference. And by far, if you've seen my other videos, you know, I'm always saying get something nicer. I'm not saying don't get an instrument, but get something like, don't wait. Like, I don't have the money. I'm not having money, so I'm not going to play. No, get playing, get right away, get whatever you have, but then keep working. Get something nicer, spend a little bit more money, get something that's solid wood. Just trust me on this. You're going to be so much happier in the long run. And that's why I waited so long for my very first Koloha. I waited like a year for them to send me that because I knew that was the best of the best. And even though I had to wait, I knew once I got it, then game over. And that's what I started doing all my videos on. So anyway, it does make a difference. All right, so those are your top 5. I think my kids are up, so I got to go. I got to get out of here. So anyway, thanks for being here. I appreciate all the comments, smashing that like button, and also subscribing to the channel. I really, really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate all your support. So hopefully you learned a little bit something about laminate versus solid wood ukuleles.